What you're seeing is a computer screen. There's a microphone attached to this screen, and we're seeing waveforms from the microphone. Right now you're seeing waveforms from my voice. In the screen at the top, you see the actual waveform, which looks a lot like a sine wave, but it's got a lot of other stuff in it. At the bottom, you can probably see little green peaks. These peaks are occurring down here. Don't know if you can see the pointer or not. I have the lights down so we can see the screen very well. Now you'll be able to see a little better. I've got a small synthesizer here that is going to give me a flute sound. Okay, let's watch what happens when we do the flute sound. Now you can see the wave pattern of the flute sound, and you can see the harmonics down below. What the lines down below tell you is that this is a graph of the amount of a certain frequency you have versus the frequency. So that let's look at this again. We see we have a peak frequency. Now I'm going to hit the key an octave higher, which ought to double the peak frequency. First I'm going to hit the original. Watch where the peak occurs in the lower graph. Now I'm going to hit a higher key. We can see how the frequency shifts. Each time I hit a new key, the frequency increases, the peak frequency. Listen to this. Each time, the peak frequency increased by the square root of 2. My voice has a different pattern than any of the instruments. Here's the pattern of my voice, and the pattern's going to change as I make different vowel sounds. Listen. A, E, I, O, U. You can see the pattern of the wave itself, and you can see the different frequencies that are present in the wave. Other instruments give different wave patterns. Remember the flute, let's watch the flute again, tends to give a pretty smooth wave pattern. Let's go to a saxophone. This isn't a good saxophone sound, but it's a fair simulation. Watch. We see a much greater number of different frequencies in the saxophone than in the flute. The flute is a more nearly pure frequency. The saxophone is a more complex frequency. The tone of a sound, the quality of the sound, the identifiable instruments with different sounds depend on the mix of frequencies, and that's what you're seeing here.